dead before I said let's fight!
No! That's impossible!
By the way.
BT Dubs is BTW. I'm gonna punch you up! Nope, I'm not coming down. Where am I? Help! Milk! Chance got $5. The champ got 5 on it. Back where it came from.
Back where it came from.
Ah, here we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Go fast enough.
Oh, I tried to go into blow. Don't alter me.
Wow. One live, you coward. Oh, no. I should have done that.
All right. Hello, welcome. My name's Scum, and I'm joined with my what would you call you, Meshi?
Mild acquaintance attached to the hip.
Yeah, mildly attached at the hip. This is Meshi across the table, wood grain finish. Welcome to the first episode of the First to 50 podcast. Meshi, I'm so excited to be here. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I made a poster for it.
At my day's room.
Oh.
Okay, we're a couple of assholes, and we're just gonna talk about
Tattooed
fight.
assholes. Get it right.
Take your mic away. We're gonna talk about fighting game stuff, video game stuff, movies. What else are we gonna talk about, Meshi?
Anime things coming up. Games we might play.
Might is being the key word. Okay, well, I guess I'll start. What have I been up to, like, in the last week or so? Well, you'll have some input. We played a lot of Elden Ring Night Rain, Meshi.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
So, I've tried it solo by myself, and it's
So anyways, what I was thinking was... Go on. Okay.
It's definitely a game that's like you have to have friends because it just feels like the only reason you want to continue playing it is because you're playing with your friends. Because like after you wipe on like the boss the 80th time, you're like, I have to do that fucking again. To get to that asshole.
Does it take one more shot at him? It
Yeah.
really is like the solo runs, because I've done them. Like I got real close on a recluse run. To killing the dogs by myself. I didn't quite get. I fumbled at the end. Like my hands were covered in butter, and I just slipped out of my fingers. But it really feels like a challenge mode kind of silly thing to like play by yourself. Like if you're doing that, you're like one of those like challenge run assholes that you see on the internet. Like, can I beat the game with only myself?
Can I beat this game blindfolded with only kicking?
Yeah, it's like, God damn it. What's wrong with me? I have 2 thumbs, right? why can't I do any of this correctly? So we have cleared everything except for the new... What the hell are they called? Where are the purple, like, Shin crazy bosses called?
Shit, they have like a name.
I forgot what it is.
I'm just gonna call them Apex assholes.
Yeah, Apex of fucking Monster Hunter shit. Yeah. We've cleared everything except for them so far. Somehow this game is more than I thought it was going to be, and somehow less than I thought it was going to be. The characters do play very differently from each other, which is refreshing. It's not just like you're playing a base character. But Meshi, it's like the same map.
Yeah.
Every time. Like there's variants, like the volcano might open up, or the Shadow City might be in the bottom corner, or the Blight Gross stuff might be in like the eastern southern corner, but like it's like the same map Elden Ring had like so many different areas. I'm surprised they didn't just like make the volcano one a different map or like whatever that was. I'm not upset with it because we played like 50 hours or something.
Yeah,
Um,
right around
I don't
there
know.
almost.
Would you recommend Night Rain?
If you had 2 to 3 friends who you didn't absolutely hate and wanted to strangle and could put up with failure, I would say yes. I would recommend it. It's fun. It's a fun. It's a fun game with those people.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game with those people you definitely don't want to strangle. No, it's a lot of fun. I feel as though because I even told Roy in this. It's a game of the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. When you win, boy, oh, it feels good. It feels real good. When you flub a boss or something and y'all just wipe, and then you have to
Yeah.
realize you have to trudge back up the mountain in the snow, uphill both ways.
Yeah. That's why I kind of liked Elden Ring a little bit more, is just because, like, once you got to the boss, you were at that boss. And no matter how many times you wiped on it, at least the boss door was only like 5 feet away.
I didn't need no bell. What else was I gonna say about it? Oh, and that's the other thing, the variance on like nothing feels worse than when you get to the end of the third day and you have gotten literally nothing for your character that really makes you feel impactful. So you're just like, well, I'm here, I guess. I'm not really contributing because the RNG didn't go my way. I'm playing a caster and I got a bunch of physical damage buffs because nothing else applied to me.
Yeah, I bet that feels the fucking worst on those casters. It's
and then
just-
and then trying to find the right spell, you're like, fuck, I'm working with nothing. Tony Stark made it in a cave. What's wrong with me? I've got a pebble and a stick.
and then it's usually a short range spell anyway, and the boss is just dashing away from you anyway. So fucking like screwed.
Charging up my stupid asshole spell, and I'm like, "Rah!" And then it just like dashes halfway across the map, and my spell just goes. It doesn't make it. I'm like, well, I spent like 120 frames casting that. I'm glad let's run back in. But no, I've had fun with Night Rain. I'm curious to see what other DLC and boss fights they do rather than just remixes of the current bosses that are in the game. But it is fun. If you want to watch us flub, my YouTube link. Well, you're on my YouTube if you're watching this.
Yeah, that's true.
It's on my channel. Go look it there. Okay, well, what else have I done with my week? I finished Devil May Cry 3 again for the first time since I think the HD collection came out on like the PS3. And I played with the Crimson mod. Now I know you don't know about this, Meshi, but Devil May Cry 3, you had to pick a style with Dante at the beginning, right?
Okay.
You either pick Trickster, Gunslinger, Swordmaster, or Royal Guard. You had to lock into one, and you could only have one style at a time. So you started a mission, whatever you picked with, that's the one style you got. In later games, in 4 and 5, they added style switching, so you could just press a button and switch from like Gun, Trick, Sword. You could just move around to the different styles. I don't know if you've seen Dante stuff or not.
Watched you do Dante stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this mod adds in the style switching, so you have access to every single style all at the same time, and it made it HD. All the in-engine cutscenes look way better. It was actually a lot of fun, and I realized why I bounced off of DMC3 so much in the past, like trying to just do a playthrough. I'm like, I'm kind of bored. I'm on mission 10. I'm kind of done. My favorite weapon is Beowulf, which is the gauntlets and the kick move. You don't get that till like close to the end of the game. And I'm like, oh, my favorite weapon is like at the end of the game. And Meshi, can you describe for the people what it was like watching me fight Virgil?
It was like basically I was watching old Looney Tunes and Bugs Bunny was basically just how would the kids say it? Stepping on that Elmer Fudd head, yo. Um, but like constantly.
So essentially, all I was doing for that entire Virgil fight, which lasted less than a minute, was I was dive kicking and using enemy step, which is just like jumping off their head and then dive kicking again. But you have to delay the jump after the damage gets calculated because there's like a pre-kick and then it lands and then the damage hits. So basically, this is dive kick jump, dive kick jump, dive kick jump. That game was fun. I'm glad you got to be there for me getting to relive playing through DMC3.
I, as much as I make fun of it, I love watching that because I like in my mind I'm like I know this is difficult, but it just looks so hilarious from an outside perspective.
Like, this is the efficient way to do it. It's not really a stylish way, but it's how you do the most damage the most quickly. And it's like, I know it doesn't look like much, but
and it's the idea because they're like brothers, right? Obviously, you know, but it's just the idea of him just like constantly stepping on his brother's face, and he's just like, I know his pride is just like, you motherfuckers.
Virgil the seething, just like, would you stop that? Oh shit. Oh. What else have I done with my week? Let's keep this moving. I played about 12 hours of Exoprimal. So I'm a big fan of Gantz. If you don't know internet, I love Gantz. Gantz is amazing. This game is like Gantz because dinosaurs come out and you are in mecha suits or whatever and you fight dinosaurs. It was on sale on Steam for like $9, so I was like, fuck it, like let's try it out. That game's really fun. I can't recommend it.
Oh,
I can't recommend it because I could even recommend it if you just were like, oh, dead game. We're just playing with bots, whatever. Meshi, it was me and Milk, and we had one other guy, and he was on our team, and he picked the healer.
Okay.
This guy single-handedly ruined the entire run and would not heal for us the entire way through, and I've never been more upset trying to play a cooperative experience thing in my life. Like,
wow.
actively Hercules, like leaning into the webcam, yelling into the void, even though he couldn't hear me. Like, just upset, just like, hell! I'm pressing my model up against his body, not letting him move because I'm at 5 HP, and I'm like, just heal me! And he wouldn't heal me. It was so bad, the game auto-kicked him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it said so-and-so has been removed from the game because it's like even the bots were asking. So the bots are cool, right? The bots will even emote. If they're low on health, they'll emote like heal me. And they were pinging heal me over and over again. And I think there's something in the game to kick out people who aren't like actively playing. But no, the game's really fun to play. It's a shame that I can only recommend it is if you have people to play, and there's maybe like 40 to 50 maximum on the weekends, like Steam login. It is crossplay, so there are people playing off console, but like the Steam charts are like there's like at max there's like 50 people on at a time. I don't think it's on sale anymore either. But I had fun though, and I also got really angry. I know that's news to you.
I mean, I'm sure it being, Gantz like really helped, and it is on sale again because the Steam Summer Sale for $9.59.
Oh, well, there you go. If you want to have cool, fun robot fights. Oh, another thing. The story is locked behind how many games you play. So there's not a separate story mode to go through. You get cutscenes the more matches you play, and the story plays out as you're completing online matches. It's very strange. It's all lumped together, like they're just trying to get people online to like play together. So you can't play like a story mode or anything separately, even though there's a story happening.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Which
it's
that's weird.
there was a lot of weird decisions made with that game. So much promise. I think that's what hurts me. It cuts me the deepest is that there was potential there, Meshi. There was a lot of potential there. And one of the tanks doesn't have a taunt. Muramasa, the cool like samurai mech thing.
Not much of a tank.
Yeah, he's like supposed to position himself between like your team and like the thing, but he's got no taunt or anything. I don't know how he's supposed to function. That was fun. What else did I do? I started Stellar Blade. Meshi, what was it like watching me play Stellar Blade?
It kind of reminded me of watching you play like a faster Dark Souls.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because I was like sitting there, I was like, Scum's already got like this boss's mechanics down, like parry, parry, parry. Well, he got hit that time, but he's okay.
So funny story about that. So that game requires a lot of VRAM. There's a lot of textures going on with that game.
The hair alone.
I was encoding with my graphics card at the same time, and I got to that boss fight, and for the first time ever, my stream shit the bed. It was a slideshow, and Yacha was like, "Abort Mish! Slideshow!" And I was like, "What's happening?" And then I saw it, and it was just like, ooh, ah, ooh. So I already kind of knew that boss fight by the time you were watching me do it. It's fun. It's a little slow, but I am enjoying it. I've only played about a couple hours of it, but I am enjoying it. What else did I do with my week? Quick mentions. I played Peak, which is the new what'd you term Peak, Meshi? Streamer bait?
Streamer bait, yeah.
Yeah. I enjoy because it wasn't as rage inducing as something as like Chained Together. It was just kind of fun climbing with your friends up to the top of the mountain, or trying to at least. Me, Yatra, Raycall, and Royan only made it to the first like campsite. You get marshmallows if you make it to like the checkpoint. There's like a campfire with marshmallows.
I'm in. There's s'mores at the top of that mountain, and then you look back and I'm already up there.
Out of my way! Meanwhile, he's fucking James Franco in 128 days or whatever the fuck that movie was. Help me! What happened? I sprained my ankle.
I slipped and dropped my s'more in the dirt.
No, that game's a lot of fun. If you have friends, I think that's a fine little. I think it's like $7 or something. It was a fun little time. Another quick honorable mention. This is a quote unquote fighting game podcast. Iron Saga. Played some more of that. I feel as though that game sets the standard for what a loving representation of a character in a super should be. Shin Robo came out, and his supers are just like a love letter to his anime or whatever, and it's kind of amazing. And I wish every super like looked like that. I don't know. I wish I liked that game more. But that happened, and I started playing more. We're back on Street Fighter 6, Meshi. I feel that competitive drive coming back. Every so often I descend off the mountain to see if the level of competition has risen to the occasion, and I'm always disappointed because I'm playing against master rank players with like 5 times the amount of points I have. Well, we're just taking care of business. But I'm having fun. I think Street Fighter 6. I don't know. Well, we'll talk more about it later. I'm having fun with that game again, and I need to get back into City of the Wolves. But that's about all of my week, Mitchie. Now that I've sucked the air out of 20 minutes of the podcast. What has your week been like? What have you done?
Oh well, okay. Well, let me start with my list. Because I know I only have like 20 seconds. So I tried out Blueprints, which is like a puzzle game, kind of popular, or at least I saw it pop up a lot anyway. Um, where you're supposed to like navigate through a house and kind of build the maze and then learn new things every day and then go back and kind of try and do it again and again till you get to the end, basically. Um, I'm not smart enough for that game. I like puzzle games, but like it literally tells you should be writing stuff down. I'm like, I don't have the energy for this. Uh, so I got about not halfway. I did like 6 nights in that place, and I could not tell what I was actually supposed to be doing. Like I got the basic concept, but I didn't know how to progress in the actual game with the information I had been gathering. So I was kind of like, you know what? I'm eventually just gonna have to watch somebody else prove how dumb I was being. And so I stopped. And then
Meshi,
yes,
say less. I've got you. I'll get to the end of that game. Don't worry about it. You can live vicariously through me as the puzzle god himself solves this silly, simple game that you currently see on screen.
I cannot wait to see your ego be bruised. Anyway, um, no, I believe it. Maybe maybe the two of us working together can figure it out. Um, or maybe you'll tell me to shut up and just watch. That might
Meshi,
work
you
too.
helping me would be like Rock Lee putting back on the weights. I've got this. It's gonna be fine.
I'm your
Uh,
hard mode.
for those who don't know, I can get lost in a hallway, so this is gonna be kind of a fun experience. If you want to watch me, my Twitch link's down below. I'm gonna play this game and see how hard it really is. I think that guy is gassing it up a little bit, and I think he might be a dum dum like the sucker that he is.
It's very possible. And then the other
You don't like
game I played was Dark Ages, Doom Dark Ages.
Oh, yes, yes. I was very excited to hear about this actually. Go. Wait, do you have time? Do you need to go?
Yeah. No. I've got time right now.
Okay.
I could probably finish this up. That game, super fun.
Hmm.
I love the shield mechanic. Like, I get Doom's mostly about guns, but I pretty much just spent my time Captain Americaing everything. So,
So the shield does feel good, is what you're
yeah,
telling
the
me.
shield feels good. There's the guns kind of interact with it a lot. So like when you get upgrades, you can just throw the shield and it'll like chainsaw an enemy. You could shoot it with a shotgun and it'll like explode into shrapnel all around it and stuff. Um and the environments are really fucking cool. I like medieval stuff, and it's pretty much all kind of medieval tall crazy bullshit. It was really fun.
I was really curious to see how like that like medieval like past aesthetic was going to work with something like futuristic-y like Doom. So it meshes well.
Yeah, like it's medieval, but like space medieval. It's kind of weird.
Ah, I see. It's almost like the familiar things just with like a futuristic vibe to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I will have to ask to pause, and then I'll be right back.
Okay. So would you recommend Doom Dark Ages
Yes,
to
it's
a fella like me?
yeah. You would definitely like it. Like it's brutal. It's everything like feels nice to hit stuff with.
Oh, I
It's
love hating things.
it's difficult, but not impossible. So there's a challenge in there, but it's like a fun challenge.
Oh, okay. I don't want any spoilers. I don't want any spoilers.
Okay.
Just 1 out of 10. How good does the Doom Jaeger feel?
7.8.
Okay. Kind of high, but keep it tempered. Okay.
Yeah.
Say less. Okay. So I guess it'll be time to hop back on the Doom train, and I'll just get through those first 2 games, and then we'll see about Dark Ages when it gets there. Because there are a lot of people who are like disappointed or something with like the amount of content in it or something, or like there's not a lot of extra to do other than play the campaign. But what else more do you want? I guess
I mean,
multiplayer.
yeah, I think the first time they did the Doom, which it was Doom whatever, that had a multiplayer, but I don't think the follow-up Dooms did.
Like Eternal and yeah, interesting. Oh, good. I look forward to that. And I think the big thing. What else? What was your big time investment this past week, Meshi? What'd you do?
Um,
Chrono
the big
Odyssey.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was like, is it Chrono Odyssey? I didn't know if you wanted me to start talking about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I did try the Chrono Odyssey playthrough. I played like almost 10 hours of it
Mm-hmm.
on the playtest. I did 2 classes. I tried not to burn myself out on an MMO that I would probably play down the line.
Oh, big
Um
news. Okay.
yeah. So like art-wise, I
Mm-hmm.
love it. Like that art style, it reminded me very much of like Elden Ring. It's, got a nice medieval feel. I like dark kind of settings, and
Mm-hmm.
like the enemies are all like really super like cool looking monsters, and they've got all these like most of them have like some sort of metal or like weird out of this world design. It's very like Cthulhu's coming to murder me thing, but without the tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
Um so like the setting, love it. Um
Okay.
There were only 3 classes to play out of like the 6. I don't know if they're gonna add more, which was kind of disappointing because the one class I wanted to try was the mage, because the game's beautiful. So I was like, I bet the spells look really cool, but they weren't in there. So I tried
What could?
the berserker and the
Mhm.
ranger,
Okay.
and the fucking character customization. Like someone's gonna spend like 8-10 hours of gameplay just on that, because there's like,
Crafting their perfect avatar, you say?
yeah, there's a fucking slider for everything in that
uh-huh.
game, and I guarantee some asshole is going to make um some version of, oh shit, what's that it's a movie where he's like has elephantitis in the face. I think it's called Monster or something like that. Like
Elephant Man?
yeah. So he's gonna make some like giant forehead, ginger looking fuck face. Like they're gonna have some weird ass looking
Are
characters
you
in that
talking
game.
about fucking Chubbs from the Goonies?
No, no, no,
Not
no, no.
Chubbs. Kronk, what's his name? I'm sorry, I'm derailing you. Go on.
Oh, Chunk. I think his name was Chunk.
Yeah, you're probably right. No, was that the fat kid or is that
That was
the
the "Hey you guys" guy.
Fair enough. So you
um,
tried the berserker and you said the archer?
yeah, the archer in there. Um, like, man. So the game was very obviously a playtest because,
Mhm.
like, it the graphics are beautiful. I could tell that when it works, but it very much has like this had a weird thing, kind of like Monster Hunter Wilds when we did the playtest, where the graphics were just kind of off. Like it looked really grainy and in some places,
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
like it didn't look as beautiful as the trailer that you're playing right now, where it's like nice and crisp and whatever.
Mhm.
And there were obviously some very hard performance issues, and I don't know if it was lag, but like trying to fight things sometimes was really difficult. Like you would swing and they would teleport like to the left
Like,
of you.
yeah.
And they would like glitch around, and like you try to dodge things, but it would be their animation would be paused on the swing, and you'd go to dodge, and then they'd be right up in you doing a slash. So it's just kind of like the combat was not as smooth as I was hoping. But it's a play test, and when it worked, the combat was really fun and engaging, and like there were monsters, or sorry, these like boss monsters all over the world.
Mhm.
Well, I didn't go that far, but all over the play area, there was a ton of like field monsters, like giant scorpions and some weird wolf thing with a Fu Manchu. um,
Spit my drink. Go on.
and and it it just like it was giving me a really nice MMO feel where it was like I can't fight this fucking thing, and then you hit it, and then like 4 people fucking show up. Because like you'd hit it and its health bar would not move an inch. And you're like, well, I'm fucked. And then you'd be just dodging for your life, and everyone else would just swarm it and start beating the shit out of it. So that was like really fun. But like also it felt horrible at the same time because the combat was just not very smooth. And I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on. I just kept hitting the roll button constantly.
Roll out. You did change servers, right?
I didn't think about it. I was just trying to, because it was working, and then it would just periodically work, and then periodically wouldn't work.
Well, the reason I asked is when I didn't get to play it. When I booted it up, it put me in an Asian server to start.
Yeah, I noticed that when I made mine, and I switched it to North American.
Okay, I didn't know if you just were like clicked and went in, and you were just playing with that ping all the way across the world and back, or not. But so you're actually like interested in trying it out, like when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm totally interested in trying it. I'm on the fence whether I like the weapon system in the game.
Go on.
It's weird. Well, I'm not weird as in I'm not used to something like that, because the game is obviously motivating you to switch in between these weapons for certain situations. Like one is like better at sustaining you, or one's better at like being a tank, and you obviously have like range and then like a melee weapon or something like that. For the ranger had a bow, a crossbow, or a rapier, and I was just sitting there thinking like, why would I ever want to switch to this damn rapier? I'm a ranger, god dang it. But like I just kind of wanted to play with that one weapon. But the game is obviously trying to make you switch weapons, which I get. It's just an interesting take, because it's like, I'm so much a person where it's like, this is my weapon and this is how I use it. If you try and change it, I'm going to be really mad about you. Or
I hate change.
So I go from like a great axe, like heavy swings, really meaty and impactful, and be like, well, I have to switch now to the dual or chain axes, or throwing or not axes. They were chain swords, I think was what they were called. So they'd be like Kratos style chain weapons. Because like you run out of resources, or you run out of cooldowns on using the axe variant of it. So you obviously want to be able to do more damage and stuff, so you swap to the other one. It wasn't too bad in melee, but when like your range and like you're using a bow, and then you either have to swap to a rapier or swap to the crossbows, because the crossbows are kind of like a shotgun, but in crossbow form. Like they're obviously not meant for you to be that far out of range. They're like quick firing, like bang, 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 bang. And like their move set is like very much like the Diablo hunter or demon hunter or whatever, that had the crossbows that you like spin around and shoot bolts in every direction and stuff like that.
Okay, so more of a kind of a mid to close range kind of thing, and just
yeah.
like, if you get surrounded or you're close and you need to make distance, so that's like, okay, I see what you're saying. Because I was wondering, like, I could understand like from switching between the different weapons based on like what you're doing. Like, oh, you have boss aggro, you maybe want to do the thing that's going to sustain you better. If you're DPSing, or crowd like clearing out mobs, like switching to the chain swords that you're talking about. I didn't even think about like there being a cooldown system and that kind of thing. So once you spend your cooldown, so when you switch weapons, it has a separate cooldown timer on those abilities.
And
okay,
there's like a big talent tree in them. They have like passives. So like one of the passives on there that you can pick is when you swap weapons, you get like 20% increased dexterity on the other weapon. and then you swap back,
Mm,
and it's like, oh, you gain this stack of something that's regenerating your health and providing you energy regeneration or something like that.
I
So
see.
there's motivations to switch weapons almost constantly in there because the
Hmm.
buffs only last like 6 to 10 seconds or something like that, depending on what they are. So it's very much like, yeah, play with these, and I'm like, I just want to hit something with this great axe. Leave me alone.
Just want to swing the big thing.
Just want to
Yeah, I'm
swing the big-
curious to see if there'll be something to like reduce cooldown for like a specific uh build or something. Well, that's good to hear that what is there is fun when it works. I hope it comes out. Do we know when it's coming out?
I think it was February of 26,
Okay.
January 26.
Uh, in February, you'll see us there cuz I that aesthetic just gets me in a way that it's just hard to like this type of evil garbage is just like, oh, I don't know, man. It tickles my brain.
That's everywhere. Oh, speaking of evil garbage, like
Hmm.
there's dungeons that I only did like they have single player dungeons in there, and they were
Hmm.
mostly kind of like puzzle games.
Hmm.
Um that was like really weird. Like weird in a good way because you get teleported into, an instance area, and it would just be really weird. There'd be all these like whispering sound effects. Like I pretty much spent the entire time trying to figure out these puzzles, waiting for something to jump out and attack me because it was just like
You were just
really
like,
mysterious and whispers on the winds, and like it was obviously like I'm waiting for the jump scare in this room. Where the hell is it?
where is the goose? I can't shake him.
I never
Oh, that's pretty.
played New World. I hear it's like New World. It kind of like it makes their crafting system better, or it builds off of their crafting system. I
Yeah,
know
I
New
heard that
World
with the
flubbed
gathering.
really hard, but I have hopes for this one.
Well, I'm very excited. It. I don't know. It's. Yeah, I'm excited. I hope it's cool. Because the thing is, okay. Because if you don't know anything about me, I have been love playing Black Desert Online, but the version of the game that I would like to play no longer exists. So like I showed up at the party and everybody went home a couple years ago. Where I want a big world to explore, I want to like PvP, or just immerse myself and just kind of go off and just kind of adventure at a place, and like it doesn't necessarily have to be like fruitful necessarily, but getting just to like dive in and just go off and do whatever I kind of want. I hope that this kind of satisfies that itch of like sandbox, just kind of spend time and do a thing in an MMO for like, because I feel
when
like every. Hmm?
Oh, go ahead, finish your thought.
Oh, I was just gonna say, it feels like every MMO nowadays is trying just to make a solely single player experience, and I'm like, what? It's a massively multiplayer online game. Let me play with people. I don't, let me just feel like there's a world out there, not just like a theme park to run around. But anyways, you were saying?
Yeah, I mean, it was just a play test, so I have to temper
Hmm.
my expectations. But when I played it, it felt like that. Like mostly because I knew nothing about it. Like,
Hmm.
so I just kind of was like, I could run off in that direction, and there's stuff to fight, and like everything I did gave me experience, either towards my weapon or towards my level. There was crafting materials everywhere to collect. You didn't have to like specifically go into town and learn it to do it, but you needed like tools and stuff which you can craft on your own or buy them. And
Hmm.
like you could do, I don't know if it's going to change when the game comes out, but you could do any profession that you wanted. Like you didn't have to be tied down to one. So like you just head off in a direction to be like, that's how I found most of those dungeons by accident, because there were a glowing hole in some obscure wall. Just be like, oh, so it's quite fun.
Yeah, because I was watching one guy play it, and he just said like, yeah, I ran off in this random direction. I was just chopping down trees and stuff, and I was running around and like, oh, here's a cave randomly over here, and he went down this whole thing with like he fought this big monster thing, and he had to like activate like flamethrowers and run away from it. He didn't understand what the fuck to do with it, But just the idea of just finding like, oh, there's something to do over here, kind of thing. It just seems really, I don't know. It warms that old boomer heart inside of me. That's just like, I want vanilla WoW again for the first time, like just to like hop in and like, oh, I'm gonna go explore, you know. So that has me hopeful that when you say it works, and yeah, I'm okay. I'm excited. All right. Did you do anything else, Meshi?
Well, those are my big three this week.
Okay. Well, I guess we can hop into the movies we watch. We watch a lot of movies when we don't do anything. We just watch movies. You watched this movie without me, and I'm really interested to hear about it. It's a movie called Losers. Actually, what's this?
Yeah, the 2010 movie Losers. um, it's very. I know it's based on a graphic novel. I think it's from DC. Um, and it came out the time when they were doing the new A-Team. So I don't know if they meant to release it at the same time, but I think that's why I didn't notice it, because I went to see A-Team instead of The Losers. Um, and I only went to see A-Team because of Mr. T and how funny I find him. So I was like, I want to see BB Baracus. Um, but like, The Losers was a decent movie. Like, I liked the characters; they were fun. Like they the actors very much played like they were friends. You know, like
Mhm.
they weren't just acting like, oh, we're supposed to be this group together. It's like, no, they got along. They made fun of each other. It was great. Idris Elba was in it.
There's a lot
I
of big
always
name
like
people
him.
here.
Yeah, it was a lot of big name people. Um, it's the movie that got Chris Evans
Evans.
the role of Captain America. Now that's probably not
Oh.
true, but I like to think it is.
There he was.
There it was. I like the bad guy. He was like a weird, charismatic, just generically evil dude, or he just
Mhm.
genuinely was evil. He just liked money and chaos, I guess. So,
I like money.
um, and like that movie felt like an action movie all the way through, and then there's just one scene in the movie that like felt like it kind of jumped the shark a little bit, and I was like, and it was right at the end, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? Because it just threw me off entirely. Because up until that point, it was kind of like not super serious, but kind of a serious ish movie when it came to like the action and like the gunplay and stuff. And that scene where that guy explodes off the motorcycle, right?
It was, yeah.
That's the scene. It's the ending scene. Do you mind spoilers? Because I really want to talk about it.
If you don't want to hear spoilers about this 2010 film, jump ahead like
Well, I
a
didn't know
couple
if
minutes or
you
something.
didn't want to hear it. So Idris Elbow betrays the
Uh,
team at the end.
okay.
And he's teamed up with the bad guy,
Uh-huh.
and he's getting away on the bad guy's plane. He's stolen the bad guys. He's double crossed the bad guy. He's stolen his money, and he's flying away because the team's coming to kill him.
Mhm.
So he's on a private jet going down this makeshift runway on a freight yard, and then basically the main bad guy's bodyguard is on that motorcycle driving towards the leader of the team who's in the middle of that runway. So the plane's coming one way, the other guy is coming that on the motorcycle towards him. Idris Elba is yelling at the pilot to pull up, just run him down, and the guy's just standing there calmly, and the team sniper is, somewhere else, and he's like, take the shot. And he shoots and he hits the motorcycle's gas tank, and that sends that guy flying through
Mhm.
the air,
Mhm.
and his motorcycle basically gets propelled into the cockpit of the plane that's like 100 feet away from him, and he fucking gets comic styled thrown like into the plane's engine, which then explodes, and then Idris Elba goes up in a ball of fire. It's so like weirdly over the top seeing this guy get launched off a motorcycle and then comically thrown into a jet engine like 100 feet away.
I'm sorry, just even the snippet from the trailer of just this, just
it's I lost it. Like that was like, oh, this is this is the most comic um comic movie scene I've seen in a long time. Um but it was good fun. I recommend it. It's a very 2010 action movie.
I can't believe I've never heard of it. I guess it just got buried
Yeah,
along with
yeah.
everything else. And I had that like Leonardo DiCaprio moment from fucking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where I was like, oh, the meme of Chris Evans singing that boy band song, getting into the elevator, like sneaking into that place. This from this movie.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh, there it is. Interesting. Okay, well, let's see.
Look,
Okay.
I can never pronounce Idris, whatever his name is. I can't pronounce his last name at all. Oh, for whatever reason, I can't ever remember it. So I just call him Idris Elbow because it's just what I know.
Idris Elbow.
Well, yeah.
We need to get his haircut just like photoshopped onto his elbow, and just that's his face. It's just is he in the DLC for Cyberpunk,
Elbow.
or was he just the commercial guy?
No, he's in there. He's a main guy that you
so
play
he's like
along with in the
Keanu.
story. Yeah, but he's actually in the game, or not? Like people can see him and he interacts with you and stuff like that. He's the super spy of the game, basically.
Okay. I just had to know because I want to do a Cyberpunk playthrough at some point. I just need to like do it. All right.
I recommend it. It's now a very fun game.
All right. Well, let's keep going. We got a lot of movies, Meshi. We got a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Death of a Unicorn. We watched this film.
Oh man.
Every A24 film I have ever watched, I have hated. It feels like the most how do I put it? The most pandering, like weird writing that just, I don't know, or maybe I'm out of touch, or maybe it's the kids who are wrong.
I just think they like making weird movies. It's just
well, it's not even the concept of this. It's like most of the dialogue.
Oh, I gotcha.
It's like the character, like certain character motivations and how they speak in certain ways is just like whatever. Like, but I will say, Paul Rudd saved this movie.
National
and the guy in the middle,
treasure, Paul Rudd. You got to say his full name.
He's a national treasure. I almost bought a Switch 2 because of that man. Like, even the terrible dialogue he was given, he delivered with such sincerity that I felt that he was like a father trying his best after goofing up so hard. This was a weird movie. This was, well, as you can see from this trailer, Paul Rudd and his daughter hit a unicorn, and they're on the way to help this rich family get their assets in line for like dispersing the company or something because the dad's dying or something.
And they all start getting high off a unicorn horn, and
then unicorns are killing people, as you see here. It was an experience. I don't know if I regret it. It was kind of fun.
No, I definitely enjoyed the movie more than I thought. Like I thought it was going to be a dumb movie, and then fucking Paul Rudd showed up with whoever the guy is that plays the son. I don't know him, but he has like the most seen that white guy face ever. Yeah.
Whoever that is, he's played in so much stuff. But the thing is, I really like that about an actor when you lose them, like you lose the actor in the character they're playing. Like he acted in a way that, because I saw him in that stupid movie where like he plays the son in that fake family to like traffic drugs across the border or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, just completely just lost him in that character. So yeah, what would you give it out of 10?
I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a 7.6.
I was gonna go 6, 7.
I just like Paul Rudd, and the comedy of the son just really kind of like I just
Oh.
liked it.
When he's in the hot tub and he's yelling at the butler guy to get Paul Rudd, so he's like, I don't do anything. Ah! He's just like yelling for him. Yeah, it was something. Okay, we did the losers. What other movies do we have?
There's the I don't know if you want to count the Gundam movies that we watched. We watched Doctor Sleep.
No, we'll just a quick anecdote about well, we're just gonna talk about it. The Gundam Zaku thing. What was it called? Requiem for Vengeance. What a hard title, bro. That's the coolest title I've ever heard of for literally anything. So I'm kind of like casual when it comes to Gundam. Like I've seen Wing. I've seen Mobile Suit, what's the Vietnam one? 86. Couple things. I really like Zaku's. I love Zaku's. I think they're so cool. It's probably Char's fault. As you can see here, the people are animated terribly. I think the mechs were animated pretty good.
Yeah. They definitely spent more time on the mechs.
What I enjoyed most was the moment of, like, I was like, Meshi, you don't understand how Gundams are just a different level than a regular stock Zaku. And you're like, really? And then in that moment, a Zaku eats his entire chest, just gets blown out his back with a plasma rifle shot. It was like, the timing couldn't have been more perfect. I was like, Meshi, you don't understand. Gundams are like gods. And this guy just gets insta-deleted. I had fun watching my robot toys fight. I will say it was a little bland. I thought I was going to get more with the characters a little bit, but it's more just kind of like getting to see the mom's like regret of not being there for her kid or whatever, and that was kind of it. But I think there was some fun mech fights in it.
Yeah, there was fun mech fights. There was great scenes like when that Zaku fucking punted that tank.
Yeah, we saw that earlier. Yep.
And then the one guy who was like the commander dude at the recycling center. What did he always like? This is
unnecessary risk.
Oh yeah, unnecessary risk. I love that guy.
Oh, he was great wherever he is. He was a national treasure in this film. Or this miniseries. What was it, like 6 episodes? We watched it all in one sitting.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the hopelessness that it really helped. Like, I hadn't seen it since Thunderbolt, really, in terms of like how it felt to be on the receiving end of fighting a Gundam, and like you felt for those Zaku pilots because they were just dying so hard and so fast. And then the looming threat of this Gundam, like it really felt just fun. Like, I will say I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. It wasn't like the best thing I've ever seen, but I had fun watching it.
and then you fucking learn who the pilot is, and you're like, you feel even worse for those guys.
Holy jeez, you're like, really? But then you think back to every other Gundam series, you're like, who the fuck pilots these things? You're like, fuck. These poor pilots are just getting washed. No, it was a fun time though. I will say we also did watch the first compilation movie of Gundam Thunderbolt, which is December Sky, I believe. And I think is I feel a little bit reaffirmed in my stance on why compilation anime is kind of bad to watch. I feel because you miss out on so much because everything's going so quickly that a lot of the character and stuff, like all the good, like big budget fights are happening and going, but you lose out on a lot of the character stuff.
Yeah.
It was really pretty to look at though.
It was, and you know, freeform jazz, right?
Yeah, how you feel about freeform jazz? I fuck, we're just gonna go talk about it. This movie's like, or this series is like 10 years old at this point. Though, when the fresh kids come in and pilot like the mass-produced Gundams and like the not as good ones, when the kids come in and it's like fish in a barrel, it is the most horrifying, just like listening to these kids scream, getting picked off by these Zaku pilots that literally don't have most of their limbs anymore is... Oh man,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It got pretty dark pretty fast, and it was already dark.
They were optimistic. These kids were taking selfies. They're like, "Oh yeah, we're about to pilot these things," and then just immediately goes into space, and they start getting shredded. They're like, "Group up!" and they're just exploding left and right as these grown adults are like,
Remember your training.
It was enjoyable. I do feel as though if you're gonna watch it, just watch the series. Don't watch the compilation movie because I feel like so much is lost.
Does the
you're
series have freeform jazz throughout?
Even more freeform jazz.
Ooh.
Yeah, so if you're into that, you know, that's it for Gundam Thunderbolt. Actually, what movie do you want to move on to next?
Well, why don't we just do them in order? Do you want to talk about Deep Blue Sea? Or do you want to talk about Doctor Sleep?
Let's start with Deep Blue Sea. I had a hankering to see this movie, and the last time that I saw Deep Blue Sea... Well, first off, do you want to know how I found out about Deep Blue Sea?
No.
Was the
Dave
Chappelle...
Yes, I do want to.
This sandbag over here, just Jesus Christ. I found out about Deep Blue Sea from that Dave Chappelle sketch.
Oh yeah, okay.
Where when he's playing Samuel Adams, but he's acting like he's Samuel L. Jackson. He's like, a fucking shark ate me. So that part of the movie got spoiled for me as a kid when I saw that episode of Chappelle Show. So I immediately went to go watch this movie. This was a fun film. I just had fun with it.
Yeah, it knew what it was.
It knew what it was doing. It swung for the fences. It just... Basically, they're trying to cure Alzheimer's with like enhanced shark DNA. So they've made these super big sharks, but then the sharks get like hyper smart and just start slowly just like dismantling this entire what would you call it, underground or undersea fucking research facility thing.
Yeah, some underground offshore, that way we can't get into trouble, research facility. It's Jurassic Park with sharks.
That's a perfect explanation. This movie's called Deep Blue Sea. It just was fun to watch. And do we not have just dumb action kind of whatever movies anymore? What happened to these movies?
They pop up every now and again. I mean, do you count Jason Statham's action movies as dumb now, or The Meg, or The Meg 2?
Maybe The Meg. Okay, maybe you're right. The Megalodon might be the spiritual successor to this. I think you're right. Oh man, the poor guy gets evac'd. Like they're trying to get him out because his arm gets bitten off, and they try to evac him out, and then the charmer goes down, and then the shark, you saw it in the trailer, grabs the guy strapped to like the fucking bed thing and is just carrying him around underwater, and he's still alive, and it's like, Jesus Christ, just let him die.
Yeah, that guy got probably the worst out of anybody.
Oh, he ate it super. Oh, LL Cool J was in the film, and you know what? He did all right.
Yeah.
My man, LL Cool J.
You know, for a small time rapper, you know, he did pretty okay compared to the other ones that tried to do movies in that time frame.
You want to small time, Meshi? You're talking about Mr. Living Large, Ladies Love, like
Is that
LL
why he was
Cool
the
J?
cook? Because he was like, I need to get bigger. I want to be the cook.
I will say his song at the end. Okay, so LL Cool J raps during the credits. It's really hard to listen to, and then you find out, we watch through the credits, you see at the end he didn't write the song or do any of the producing. He literally was just like, what lyrics do you want me to say? And it's this silly rap about being a shark, and it's actually really funny, but it's like really cringy, but it's, I don't know. Was it bad, Meshi? It was like really bad, right?
Yeah, that rap was pretty bad, especially when you realize it's from the perspective of the shark.
No, I'm not gonna bother looking for it. Fun film, would recommend. Solid. I'd give it a 7-1. I think it was just fun.
That's a fair score.
Fun watch.
Yeah.
Not cinema, but it was motherfucking cinema.
Yeah, make it your Christmas movie every year. Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, who needs Die Hard? Get it out of
Yeah.
here. Deep Blue Sea's where it's at. Okay. We also watched Doctor Sleep. Okay. This film. Oh boy. Where do we start?
Well, we could start at what how they kind of not skewered your expectations, but went in the opposite direction of like the first one in terms of just like all of the visuals and
Meshi, you got the Google for me. Who's the director of the first Shining film?
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick. Okay. Okay, I love the first Shining. It is a disturbing film once you start looking into the theming of it. If you watch it at face value, you kind of are left with the idea of like, this is like a 2.5 hour film, and I'm kind of bored for Jack Nicholson to go crazy for a few minutes and then die in the snow. If you watch what's going on like front to back and you see everything playing out, that was the other thing I was going to point out to you, Meshi. I'm not going to get into a lot of the subject matter because YouTube and whatnot. The beginning of The Shining, that hallway shot is used. All right. And in that hallway, so what happens is the mom is talking to her friend, all right, about what's going on with the kid and how he's like just kind of, you know, how she's struggling with him, doesn't know what's going on. She's like playing oblivious to what's going on. And the camera turns and shows that long hallway shot to the bathroom. And the kid's in the bathroom and he's talking to himself. And you're starting to see what's happening. And guess what, Meshi? Remember the teddy bear scene?
Yeah.
She turns and it goes down the long hallway and you're starting to see what's happening with the guy and the teddy bear.
Oh boy. Okay.
So that shot is used to show the obliviousness of the mom and her reliving that moment again of her not understanding what's happening with her kid and what's going on with Jack Nicholson.
Jesus Christ.
So what's happening here is they're just using to be like, ooh, the creepy lady in the bathtub that Jack Nicholson makes out with. And they're like, oh,
Yeah.
she's right there in the bathroom. It's like that's not the point of that shot necessarily. But to be fair, Stanley Kubrick took creative liberties. He kind of made a different thing. Stephen King just wrote the spooky haunted hotel thing, right?
He's looking over the script like, I didn't write any of this.
What the hell is this? So Dr. Sleep, sorry for that long preamble. Dr. Sleep takes the follow-up book at, it seems like face value. It just like, we're going to make a film based on this book. Meshi, this is just JoJo part Stephen King. These characters have stand abilities and ghost stands that they summon to fight each other and different abilities. Like, you have a lady who can tell you what to do with her stand, where she's just like, sit there, don't say anything, and the person can't do anything. And like,
Scum.
huh?
My grandfather called it The Shining.
I will say, okay. I this movie, I didn't like it. But I will say the people that got to do like an impression of Jack Nicholson's character and that guy who ate it to the axe to the chest, those actors did a pretty good job of like conveying those characters again. I wasn't like ripped out of it, like that's not the person. I bought it. I think this movie was too long also. You got a lot of time with, I feel like these people, these like, what you call them, shining eater people.
Yeah.
We got to see too much of them. That shot right there, that's what these characters should have been. Like when they're just like standing off in the background and like looking weird, like an ominous threat. This is what these characters should have been. We didn't need to see behind the curtain, but we got to spend like probably a third of the movie with these weirdos and learning exactly how they operate, right?
So they would have been better as like a mysterious force.
Yes, we didn't see what they did, and then we would catch glimpses of the weird stuff they would do. Like, we didn't need to understand that, like, oh yeah, we're running out of the stuff. We just needed to see the weird like cuts to this stuff where they're like eating people, do this weird stuff without explanation going on. I feel like they oversold everything going on in the movie.
Interesting. It definitely would have made them seem more
Because the start of that, so
threatening
like,
or
I hated
weird,
when they
yeah.
moved in. I hated when they started walking in. Got the glasses. Because you know what I was getting, Meshi? Twin Peaks vibes.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
You know why? Because I'm pretty sure that fucking giant is the Twin Peaks guy.
he is. He's the giant
Yeah.
butler guy. Yeah, it's him.
Yep. Yeah, I knew it.
Oh, yeah, you did. Not me like him.
I'll
And I
never
will.
I'll never tire of hearing it.
Well, another rant. They leaned. I feel like they leaned too heavy. Did they want to do a sequel or something? They leaned really heavy on this kid being a character, and it ended up being like Disney presents a Stephen King tale, where it's like she is the next shining prodigy thing.
Probably.
And nothing against this little girl actor, but sometimes when you have a kid talk too much in a movie and they deliver dialogue, it gotta be really believable as a kid, and some of the stuff is a little ham-fisted. I feel like, I don't know. It was such a weird film.
That's fair. But I mean, that one guy that got sent through that car. I mean, that was good. That was fun.
Wait, through the windshield?
Through
That
the
was really
windshield.
funny. Yeah, that was really funny.
Oh shit! It just went whoosh.
So it's better than I thought, but worse than I'd hoped. But it really felt like JoJo Part 3 with this giant journey going across to the hotel.
I mean,
And then they start stand battling at the end. And then,
I mean, does that make it better or worse?
I don't know. That's the problem. It's like, I like these aspects, but do I like it with this lady in a top hat? Like,
I think if we're basing it off of that, I think it was a better JoJo movie than them trying to do a live action JoJo movie. You know what I mean?
Maybe. Okay, so that's my Dr. Sleep rant. Meshi, how did you feel about the movie? I just went on a tirade for I don't know how long.
So I've only watched The Shining once, and that was when I was like 10, maybe 11, 12, somewhere. So I didn't understand that. It was just a scary movie on in the background, or a movie on in the background. So I didn't understand all that symbolism. Like, I've never gone back and watched The Shining, which I think I would have a better understanding of it. So I watched Doctor Sleep just knowing that Jack Nicholson was driven crazy by something and they have magic powers. So I don't have this expectation of like symbolism or whatever. So for me, it was a fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
To watch and have people stand battle and watch people get the shine and sucked out of them. So I'd probably rate it like a 7.3.
Okay. Yeah, I'd probably go like in the sixes. I went into the movie understanding what it was, and Ewan McGregor was really good.
Yeah, I was about to say I love me some Obi-Wan, that Irish bastard.
Oh man, there's a movie with Ewan McGregor where he plays like a punk dude or something.
Yeah, Star Wars Episode 1.
No, not that, you jackass. God damn it. I can't bring him around anybody. Maybe in the sixes. I don't know. Like
he's Scottish.
Yeah, like better than I thought, but worse than I'd hoped. Well, that was the other thing. It wasn't scary. That's the problem, though. They humanized the evil people too much. They were just people with less impressive powers and less impressive stands than the main cast. Because you even see it, like, the correlation's there. It's like Dio looks at, like, Jotaro seeing, like, Jonathan, right? Because, like, Ewan McGregor's doing the Jack Nicholson pose with the axe at the top of the stairs, just like Jack Nicholson did when he was about to chop his own wife down.
Yeah.
Like, it was all there. I don't know if those references are fun or if they're ham-fisted. But I still had fun with it. We had fun. I don't think it was scary. That was the problem.
Okay. I see that. I could see that.
Yeah.
Velvet Goldmine, I think is the movie you're thinking of.
Velvet Goldmine? Okay.
With
Ewan?
McGregor. Yeah. I just want to call him Obi-Wan.
You just call him Obi-Wan. What'd you say? Velvet Goldmine?
Yeah, Velvet Goldmine. Plays a character called Kurt Wilde in it.
No, not this film.
No, not that one.
This is David. This is like David Bowie-esque. This isn't like punk. We'll look it up later. It's fine. It's there. Let's see. Oh, I have a movie to talk about. So I watched kind of an indie. I think this was on Shudder. Yeah, it was on Shudder. It's a movie called 825 Forest Road.
Like a short film or
no, full length.
Full length. Okay.
People move to a house and like it's haunted by a lady and you don't know why. For what it was fine. Here's the problem. They did a thing where there's 3 characters. There's the husband guy here, the wife who's like a streamer / like fashion lady, and then the sister of the husband. They're all living in this house. You get to see the perspective of each of these characters up to a certain point. So you're going through the story again through the other POV, getting a little bit more. The problem is there's not enough given for each character to really warrant you getting an entire... Because there's like chapters. Like there's like chapter 1 and you see it from the husband's point of view. And then chapter 2 you see it from the other person's point of view. And then chapter 3 you see it from the other person's point of view.
Interesting.
It was fine. It was just a little long in the tooth. And then the payoff wasn't all of that great.
I like the idea of a ghost that doesn't know why she's haunting the house. I don't know why I'm haunting you.
It's like the burnt down house and I don't even. That's how beyond me this was. It started out strong and then you're just kind of like, oh, that's it.
It flubbed. I see.
Yeah, and it just went a little long. I mean, it was really funny. So, okay, let me spoil this one part. So the lady does like she calls it a vlog, but she's like live streaming it to people to watch,
Uh-huh.
and she's like sitting in front of like her mannequin, which is the creepy doll thing you saw in the thing, and like another mannequin that she's gonna like put a sweater on or whatever, and she's talking to it, and you see. I wish they only did it once. You see the creepy mannequin like close its hand and then put it back, and it felt as though like the director was like, I don't think everybody caught it. Do it like 3 more times. So you see this POV of this lady talking to a camera just like I am, and the thing behind her is like, eh, and waits for like 10 seconds. Eh. And you're waiting, it does it again. And the best part is like everybody screaming at her, like, turn around! Like, just you don't see it on screen, but chat is literally like blowing up. She's getting calls on her phone, and she literally like, okay, so it's like we're talking right now. Someone's calling. It's like regular viewer, friend of the show, knows I'm recording right now. So hi, Karen. Putting this on mute. Anyways, as her friends like tried to like call her and be like, turn around, and she's like, just won't leave me alone. Mutes it again. 5th hand squeeze, and then finally, like, finally, whatever. Picks it up and like on stream is like, hello. And she's like, get out of the house. And she's like, whatever. Goes to sit back down, and like the mannequin's gone, and she's like, like, never mind. After podcast special, I'm gonna pull up this movie just so you can see the scene, because I you feel like I'm exaggerating, but I don't think I'm putting in enough exaggeration.
No, I'm just imagining it. So maybe Kama or Zoots is right. Maybe the ghost just wants to be YouTube famous. He's like, come on, move your fucking hand. They need to see me.
My time to shine.
Look at what I can do with my ghost powers.
Oh, what would I give it?
It sounds like just a 4.5 or just a rough 5, kind of.
Probably like a 3, maybe. Wasn't great, but that one
Ooh.
scene I got a giggle out of.
What I mean, was it worse than the movie where the guy gets scared at the naked old people and jumps out the window?
You brought it up. Fine, we'll talk about it. Hereditary. You people who like that movie. Oh my god, that's an A24 film. Check it. Actually, pull it up on the screen for me. When did Hereditary? Who put out? Was that an A24 film?
Let me find out for you.
While you're finding it out, okay. So in Hereditary,
It is an A24. Yeah,
I knew it. See, like a fox. I hate those movies. It started out so strong. I was really buying into it. I was like, what's going on with all this? Yeah, peanut allergy. Oh, my face. The whole shebang. I was in there. Have you seen the film?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm bought and sold, and then it comes to the moment where, spoilers for like, how old's that movie now? Like 14 years old?
2018.
Okay, that's not that bad. Fucking the teenage boy runs upstairs and finds his mom fucking like hanging from the ceiling, like sawing off her head, and like he's horrified. He's looking up like Willem Dafoe, just and it's kind of disturbing. She's literally, fucking sawing off her own head, and then he looks down and he sees 3 naked old people, and they're not imposing, they're not whatever. They're just like, hi, and he goes, ah. And jumps out the window and dies. And the moment that happened, my brain shut off. I was like, wait, you're not going to get horrified and scared of your mom, like, because I thought he's going to like back up and like just like trip and like, ghost himself. Have you ever seen Ghost with Patrick Swayze?
Yeah.
Where like on the windowsill, like I thought he was going to like do something like that, like cut his neck or something. But he just sees 3 naked old people. Like, the problem is, it'd be if they're like imposing or like fucked up or weird, but they're like portly out of shape. Gravity won against these people's bodies, and they're just like Hi.
I don't think you're stating how comical that his jump was, though. It was a turn, run 5 feet, and Superman dive out the window.
Oh, you're not wrong. He actually made a full-on sprint and dive out of a second-story window, just to eat it on the lawn. That movie sucked. I'm glad we got to talk about it. Yeah, it 825 Forest Road or whatever hurt less because it was already kind of budget. I thought Hereditary was going to knock it out of the park. Everyone's like, this movie's the best thing I've ever seen. And like went into it with high expectations and it just went under.
That's a good point. How come I have never done that?
It was just one of my many rantings, that went on. But I guess let's move in. We've been rambling. Let's move into the last film that we watched, which was Murder on the Orient Express. I had never heard of this movie, like ever.
And there's 2 more of them too.
This is like 2018, right?
Yeah, roughly around there.
Something like that. It had Johnny Depp in it. It had a lot of like big names. It had the lady from the new Star Wars trilogy. It had the 007 old lady who ordered around James Bond.
M. Everyone just knows her as M.
Yeah.
It had the fat guy. From
God damn it.
from the Fantastical Beasts and How to Train Them or whatever it is, the movie.
So this was just a fun movie because it all starts with this French detective guy. And he's just super observant, and he sees his old friend. And he's like, "Oh my God, that's my friend!" He walks over to the French detective. He's got his arm around this girl, and the French guy looks at her. He's like, "Was this a prostitute?" She's like, "Yeah." And he's just talking to his friend and his friend and his escort. And then this fat guy comes running up, and the detective looks up like, "What are you, a prostitute also?" And he's like, "No."
Are you a prostitute as well?
Oh, that was like the best joke of the whole film. It was just a fun murder mystery. Like, it was like Clue on a train, I guess. Willem Dafoe was there.
Yeah.
Who played a fake racist guy. It was great.
Yeah. What was his thing is like, I actually have nothing against them. I'm actually part blah 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 myself. I don't remember what he said.
He was pretending to hate on some because he's trying to play all like snooty or whatever. This was a fun film. I'd give it like a teetering between a 7.9 and an 8.1. It was just fun to watch. I think I need to have more fun in my life.
I love a good like whodunit mystery with like a really I don't know if he's charismatic, but he's just like he's fun to watch and do his thing. Like I enjoy it
so much. He has his Charles Dickens that he reads. He's very fun. He plays off of people. Like it's an anime analog. It's just Case Closed, but with the old French guy.
Yeah.
Because he's like Detective Conan. He is like piecing everything together, and like it was fun. So I genuinely think we should watch the other one because now I kind of want to see him, considering how much fun I had with. And this was like a old style of murder mystery. Because I don't know if you've ever watched like old movies, Meshi, but a lot of them took place like on a single set or like a room. And you would just have this feature-length film take place in a couple of rooms. And it gave me that vibe because everybody was on a train. So it kind of harkened back to those old murder mysteries and like old movies where it's like, oh, you have a couple of sets. I know there was more, but it felt that way just considering it was a train car.
Well, I can tell you that the next 2 movies are basically that. It's just one area. So
I top-notch selection of Willem Dafoe, National Treasure.
I'm something of a racist myself.
Oh man, that was a fun movie. And you know what? I'm feeling generous today. 8-1 Meshi. Good selection.
Perfect.
How'd you feel about the movie?
I loved it. I would go one above just to show you up and do an 8.2.
Oh, what's it? Surprise is right.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna price of you.
Oh, we haven't got to talk about it. Okay, so we watched this movie independently of each other. We're not joined at the hip per se, but we watched Alien Romulus. Is that the movie?
Yep.
Meshi, how did you feel about this movie?
I thought it was a good return to the Alien franchise, considering like I don't like hate the like Prometheus and whatever the other one was, I can't remember it.
Covenant.
But like it still kind of was like, they're still I mean they're fun watches, but they're just meh. I felt this was like a better turn. Like, was it perfect? No, but it was like the characters. I kind of like how they referenced the black goo from the previous two movies, but didn't it didn't feel as like cheesy or over the top or dumb as the previous movies they were in, and it felt like a horror movie. Like the fucking like 50 face huggers are running around chasing people, and it's like those have never been that terrifying because there's usually only one of them.
And you're like, how bad could it possibly get? And then you get to like the hallway scene where like, oh, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
No, I just liked how it really returned to more of just a survival kind of like situation. And I think my biggest problem with Prometheus and Alien Covenant was the movies were like, these are space scientists, right? These are
The best of the best that we're going to spend
people in their
$millions
field to colonize the universe, right?
Yeah.
Doing the most stupid things you could possibly imagine. Like, oh, I'm just going to take off my helmet as soon as we touch down, like not worrying about anything airborne because what the plot demands that somebody eats a spore to the face. Like,
Oh man, especially in the second movie when they go down to the planet and they don't have any protective gear on whatsoever. Like
they got the hats. They got the hats.
they got the fucking cloth hats. At least the first one they had space helmets on and then they were stupid and took them off. But this one they were like, let's skip that step. Just have them not wear it. There's no other possible way they could get infected by this bad goo. They just have to not be wearing it.
Yeah, and so what I liked about this film was like, I guess it was the fact that these are like kids who are just wages who are just taking an opportunity to try to get off of the planet by salvaging off of the space station, right?
Yeah.
They're dumb kids and they kind of do dumb kid things even though they're trying their best, so it's kind of believable some of the things that they do that end up being catastrophic to some of them, right?
Yeah.
I just felt the problem with Prometheus and Alien Covenant was they really wanted to get into the engineers and the space jockeys and all of that, but they ultimately didn't really have a story they wanted to tell. And they're just like, let's tell you about the mysterious thing, but not flesh it out at all because we haven't decided on what we want it to be anyways. But yeah, I liked it. I had fun with it. I did. So I get how they referenced it. They referenced "Get away from her, you bitch," right?
Yeah.
But they put in the context of the robot android guy copying this guy constantly saying "bitch," right? Because that's just how he cursed.
Yeah.
So they tongue in cheek put it in there. I still didn't like that reference. It when I was in theaters, it sucked me right out. I was like, no, don't touch the Ripley line. It's okay. But everything else was pretty fun and enjoyable. I mean, actually, I don't know about fun. I mean, people dying super hard. Ooh, some of the shots too. Damn, Daniel, some of those shots were like really fun. Yeah,
like the acid in the when the gravity got shut off and
Oh, it's yeah.
They were floating, and then it was gonna get turned back on. And it's like, oh fuck.
Just- No.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a fun little movie. I don't know. I guess I'd give it like a.
I'm gonna say an 8.
3. Oh, okay. We're kind of the same close range. Yeah, we were both there.
I mean, I just really like Alien, so
It's so cool, and you and every other nerd on the internet is like holding on hope that there's still something there. Because my YouTube feed has now been blasted with every theory video trying to stitch together scrapped scripts and behind the scenes notions and stuff, be like, well, actually the space jockeys are different from the engineers in this way. Supposedly in concept they were actually this thing, so it's actually still cool, everybody, it's still cool. And they're just like, it's still real to me, damn it. Like,
let me have this. I need to hold it. It's slipping through my fingers. Ridley Scott,
no. And so it's all H.R. Geiger's fault for making some of the most visually interesting and disturbing things you've ever seen in your life based on human anatomy that evoked something in the human brain that's like, what is that thing? Because let's be honest, Meshi, if you didn't see that giant space jockey or you didn't see the xenomorph and it was just like a different alien, would you be interested?
Ooh.
If you saw a big-headed gray guy in a spacesuit sitting in that chair just in the first Alien movie, would you care as much?
I probably would, yeah.
Even with the dumb, stupid, like, big-headed aliens with the big eyes from the Christopher Walken film?
I'm not even gonna touch that movie. I just like weird things. Like, it's like, yeah,
But
it looks weird and goofy, but it's like, but why does it look weird and goofy? What?
But that's my point, though. The H.R.
Oh,
Geiger art is so weird that it's so
okay.
thought-provoking. But if it wasn't his designs for the alien, would you care about the story?
Got you.
If it was a generic gray alien sitting in a chair,
there. Yeah.
would you care as much? Or was it the fact that it's this gigantic, weird bio-suit-looking thing?
It's that, yeah.
The weird eggs that, like, use the host to reproduce based off the host DNA.
Oh, man. The first, like, they changed it in Aliens, but Alien, where it showed, like, that people are the eggs and they just slowly turn into them, is like fucking horrific. And then that poor guy, he was just like, kill me. And so she does it in the most horrific way possible, which is to flamethrower him in the face.
You got it. Roosh. Oh, Prometheus, what? Let's walk to the left.
It's gonna throw off my stride.
You could have set it up with like a valley or like a whatever, or something if you want these people to run in a line. Whatever. Okay, I'm done.
We'll be here forever.
Alien is carried off of the xenomorph designs by H.R. Geiger, much like Kingdom Hearts is carried by the music. That shocker, internet. I think that's all the movies we watched. Okay, we're gonna get into some news. Meshi, how do you feel about news?
Oh, news. Yeah. Sounds good.
What you think I said? Nudes?
No, of course not. I don't have that kind of mind. Anyway, this H.R. Geiger guy.
Anyways, the alien's actually a penis.
Do you want to see me draw this dick?
Want to watch me draw it again? We're a fighting game we're a podcast with a sprinkling of fighting games. We're gonna watch the Sagat teaser trailer. Meshi, are you excited?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get our live reaction to because I haven't seen this yet.
Wait, what was he? what was that one guy called him? The one-eyed
One-eyed Willie.
one-eyed.
I'm so sorry. I watched Bon-chan, which is the best Sagat in Japan, play Tokido, and they went back to Street Fighter 4. This was like a couple months ago. Then Sagat won around, and Yipes literally said, "One-eyed Willie's back." Bruh, I lost it for like 5 minutes. I couldn't control myself. So the king is back, Meshi. Sagat himself, Chrome Dome extraordinaire. Do you have any affinity for the king?
No, my affinity was for M. Bison, but I appreciate the one-eyed guy that got Soyukened across the chest.
Why do you call it Soyukin? We haven't talked about this. You said it a couple times. I've just never said anything. It's like when you said ult whenever we played Guilty Gear and you did your super and you're like, oh, I ultied. It's Shoryuken. What are you saying, Soyukin?
I don't know.
This man referenced Street Fighter 2 cabinet in our intro thing. Maybe back in the day he heard Soyukin through the arcade.
I think so, yeah. I don't. Oh, man. You know, the uppercut.
Meshi, sure you can. You can say it however you want to. Soyukin.
Yeah, Soyuken.
Soyukin. Oh, bless. Okay, we're gonna watch soy sauce. The uppercut. Okay. Oh, God damn it, Meshi. Okay, here we go.
Always something new.
Never cease to stop surprising me. Okay, I got the reference to the Sagat stage, the big old statue thing in the back. I think it's supposed to be Buddha. Oh, that's supposed to be.
Just the idea of her bowing to him and him just immediately punching her in the face, thinking she's an opponent.
Finally, a worthy opponent.
Whack!
Tiger.
Surfboard. Oh my god, what a giant of a man.
He's a monster. He's like what, like 8 feet tall or something stupid? Oh.
Wow.
Okay, I felt things.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay, that's pretty good, boy. Shit. Okay. It is better than Fakram from Tekken, aka Fuck Your Mom. Okay, so my favorite thing about Sagat, okay. In the Street Fighter 2 film, the animated film, Sagat kicks the shit out of Ryu, and Ryu's on the ground. And Sagat walks over and like is going to help Ryu off the ground. And Ryu goes, Shoryuken! Off the ground and literally gives him the scar across his chest. And does he knock out his eye? Or is he already one-eyed at this point?
I think he was already one-eyed. I think
know,
M. Bison does the one-eyed to him, doesn't he?
Oh.
Or am I thinking of that wrong?
Think so? I don't know. Fact check us. We don't know anything about fighting games. Anyways, just the idea that Sagat was like, let me help you off the ground, and Ryu's like, and like cheap shotted him.
Oh, Dan's dad did it to him.
Dan's dad did it? That's okay.
Yeah.
Shout us to old man Hibiki. I do enjoy this. Okay, so if you don't know, Meshi, in Street Fighter 2, Sagat is very lanky. He's not like buff like you see him really in 4. He's a very long, tall guy. And it's really funny hearing him like say like because he says tiger when he throws his fireball, but he's like tiger in Street Fighter 2. So I like this design. I mean, it looks a lot like 5, but I like the lanky look. I guess I'm satisfied. I was gonna go on a whole rant about how I don't like the these teaser trailers where you get like 5 seconds of like anything, because most of this is literally like
The
nothing.
setup, yeah.
But this uppercut was, oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good.
I like the idea that he walked through town with that log trying to find this guy to do this in front of. I know he's around here somewhere.
Oh, the king, One-Eyed Willie's back. That's I do like the tiger fur on his shoulders. It's kind of fun. Okay.
My mother made me this vest.
I like the idea of Sagat's mom being just bald too.
Bald with an eye patch on the other eye. I wear it in support of my son.
Oh, I'm excited about the king. I don't know if I'll really play him because I kind of have a main character already.
I'm just kind of glad they kept him bald.
Oh, bro, the Street Fighter 4 costume with the hair? No. Hold on. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've never seen it. I was just thinking about like all the new hair tech they've been making with like that guy had like a ton of fucking like animated hair in the last one. Oh my god. No. It just looks so
let me find a better photo just so the sorry visual or audio listeners, I'm trying to find a good shot of Sagat with the hair and it's not great. That's how you know Street Fighter poverty. Okay, this one will do. We'll zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I'm glad that they took away Sagat's hair. This is one of his alt costumes from Street Fighter 4. And he's got the traditional like Muay Thai like head thing. And he's got hair, and it's like no, Mr. Cleanham, please.
It's called a hair system.
Oh man. Let's get back to 100%. Well, that was a fun thing. Actually, so we got Sagat out of the way. Let's jump into, you know what? You brought this up. There's a new 007 trailer. Have you watched this?
I haven't watched it, no.
Let me make sure it's on screen for everybody. Okay. 007 First Light. Do you care about, like, how much do you care about James Bond?
Cut their own rope to save him.
I used to care, like growing up, because like James Bond was like
was it Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah.
That was your Bond.
Yeah.
Always at the top of his class.
And then like there were always tons of James Bond games coming
His
out back
superiors
then.
all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows what
They
to
were
do
always
with
fun,
them,
I
Mom.
remember.
No, and I suspect he feels the same way. But what he did in Iceland...
What he did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
Is this... So you're saying this 00 falls ass backwards
Do you
into
have an
success?
appointment?
The name's Bond.
Yeah.
James Bond.
Scum Bond?
He's with me.
Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I'm
James.
Mocha Delicious.
Who's that old guy? I'm old!
Shouldn't have.
He missed the
We're
first
facing
shot.
a situation of the utmost
We don't
delicacy.
talk about that.
I need all my pieces on the board.
Oh, I thought he just groped that guy. I was like,
Double
Bond.
Whatever the end game is, we won't see it coming.
Jet lag gets me every time.
Oh, he kicked the shit out of that guy.
I do love a good
hell with that.
comedy kick over a ledge.
Tell me, what do you do, James?
Lately, headhunting.
Snake?
Been a really long time since there's been a
Ryan?
James Bond
Suppose this is
game.
another teachable moment.
Yeah, it has been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, and there's been like a lot of. Well, I guess there's been like 4 James Bond movies since Pierce Brosnan.
Casino Royale, Skyfall. What are the other ones?
Spectre. And I think there's one other one in there somewhere.
How do I feel? I never had an affinity for James Bond. I played GoldenEye with friends, but I never had an N64 myself. I'm not old enough to have watched like the Sean Connery films. Yeah, so I was never a 00 guy. Meshi, how do you feel about this? Are you excited? Are you gonna report back to us once this game
Yeah,
comes out?
I will probably play this game. Am I like super excited? Like, yeah, 00? No, but like, I don't know. I may get hit with a nostalgia blast.
So
if
you're
I start
saying
with
there's
that
a chance that I could feel something, is what you're saying?
game. Yeah. Because I used to play all the James Bond games when they were like on the PS2 and the GameCube and stuff, and they were a lot of fun. So
Fine. You forced me into it. You make me say it. Okay, there was a James Bond game for the PS1, and you start in the lobby with like a silenced pistol and like a blow dart thing, and you're supposed to go through the security to like get into a building, and that's how the game starts. And I couldn't get into the building, and I turned off the game. Okay, you forced it out of me.
oh, it's all coming back. Oh god. Tomorrow never
Stupid ass.
dies.
Stupid ass James Bond. Does young scum need to go back and conquer my PS1 failings? I can get past the lobby.
You can't stop me now.
Okay, so we've done that and that. Shoot, where do I want to go from here? Oh, never mind. We're gonna go straight to this. Meshi, are you a Hunter man yourself?
I did enjoy the anime, yes.
Okay, have you watched any of this stuff yet?
No. Well, I think a few videos that Milk posted.
Oh, just of those combo things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a 3v3 fighter with more buttons than your stick can handle, which is very silly. So I hear outright this game like spoils like the anime if you like start it up like in the intro sequence, like it just shows you stuff. You're like, oh.
Interesting.
Like just straight from the anime. Yatra, you need like 8 buttons and they're like combination buttons. Like it's I hear people have a hard time finding a good configuration for how many buttons you need. And I think it's like yeah, it's oh, but Crollo's right there, the kid, the boy. God damn. where did we make it to? I think I dropped off before the island arc or whatever, like the video game thing.
Yeah, I think so.
I finished York New. Oh, Crollo. So cool. Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. Oh, he's evil. Oh no, maybe we'll return to Hunter x Hunter. I don't know. But you've never been a fan of like 3v3 games, have you? Or like hyper fighters.
No. But, you know, maybe I just haven't found the right one for me yet.
Oh, I see. So is Hunter x Hunter a strong enough franchise to be like, I'd try to play this?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well.
I do
First
like
to
some of
50?
the characters in there. Yeah, first to 50 me, because it's gonna
All
take 200 rounds to figure out these 8 goddamn buttons.
Oh! This is what I wanted to ask you, Meshi. There's 16 playable characters in this game, in a 3v3 game. All right? You with me?
Yeah.
Off the top of your head, right now, how many different possible unique team compositions are there with 16 characters?
Across 3. Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's
they
like,
can't. You can't have overlap. It has to be unique 3v3 combinations with this 16 different characters.
It's like, man, what is that mathematical formula?
Looking this up, you gotta just spitball it.
Sure. I'll throw out a random number. I know it's wrong because it's a rhetorical question. 300.
See, you're right there with me. I was thinking like high 200s. Guess how many, Meshi?
5.
560.
560. Damn.
My monkey brain did not compute that the variance, and I guess it's just the idea that you're seeing the same character multiple times. It's just like, oh, there's not that much variety. Like 560, how? It's like, oh, there's the math. There it is. Okay, you heard it here first. That's all I wanted. That's the whole bit I was waiting for. I wanted you to just swing away, and you swung right where I swung. I feel justified.
You just can't play Hisoka on controller.
Wait, hold on. Who are your Hunter x Hunter characters? Which ones do you want on a team? They don't have to be announced for the game. I just want to hear them.
Okay. I like the chairman. Old man superpower. It's fun.
Okay, yeah, the old man. Okay.
Hisoka, because as you know, his bungee gum is a combination of rubber and gum.
Wait, is that the clown guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a Hisoka. Interesting. Okay.
I just really like an anime character that's like, I just like to murder things.
Oh, fair enough. I mean,
man,
that face.
Maybe Killua.
Killua!
But I also like the idea of just screaming at you, rock, paper, scissors.
Who does that?
That's Gong's attack.
Did I ever get to a point where he did rock, paper, scissors?
Oh shit, no, that happens on the island.
You spoiled it, Meshi. Good job.
You're welcome.
I'm just kidding. I've already been spoiled on the hair thing and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll revisit Hunter x Hunter. Because I hear the Chimera Ant arc is like cool. So okay, so that's your team. What is the old man, the clown guy, and
probably Killua.
Like Killua. Killua's pretty cool. He put that dude's heart in a doggy bag. That was crazy.
Okay. Here, you can take this with you.
Wild, bro. Wild. I only care about Crollo. Oh God, this character, oh man, I love him more than God, he's so cool. He's so cool. When he goes toe to toe with Killua's dad and grandpa at the same time, and they tease you with it. They're like, no, this is like a preamble of a fight, not actually the fight. And I was like, oh, when am I gonna get more? Damn. Oh, it's just such a cold ass pose. He's so cool. Okay, anyways. Okay, so maybe we'll do a first to 50 for this game. This is a fighting game adjacent podcast. Okay. I wanted to talk about it just because it's out now. Meshi, do you care about Dune at all? The MMO.
Not particularly. Dune's not really my thing. But I like how weird Dune's universe is.
It's so weird and whatever. I just wish the movie, or especially the new movies, did a better job of telling you about it. I wanted to know about the spice. I wanted to know about like the AI takeover and how they banned AI, and then you have these people who like genetically modified themselves with spice to like get like psychedelic whatever powers, and like the mob people could like talk to you through your brain and like cause you pain or whatever bullshit.
Oh man,
what was I gonna go on about, dude? Did you know the director of Twin Peaks actually did an old Dune movie?
Yeah, that's what I remember. I remember when they brought out the like aquarium that had like the really weird thing in it.
So it's a really interesting story because he didn't get to do everything he wanted to do. David Lynch was swinging for the fences, and they wouldn't give him the money for it.
Of course.
So it's kind of sad because I've even heard he talked to comic book writer Grant Morrison about it, and David Lynch talked and kind of told him the movie that he wanted to tell, and it was just a really endearing thing of like what love he wanted to show to this work, and they wouldn't let him do it. And then I watched the newer Dune movie, the first one of the reboot, and I was really disappointed. Everybody was talking that movie up like super big. I didn't like it. I feel like the writing wasn't there. I felt like it's just like, I don't know. It bothered me. How did you feel about it? Have you seen both of them?
Yes, I have seen both of them. Yeah.
Is the juice worth the squeeze?
Oh, sorry, I haven't seen the old one. I thought you meant because there's two Dune movies. I've seen the
new ones, the new Dunes or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen both of those. The second one, there was too many names that were just thrown out. I couldn't keep up with how many names were going out. So I was just like, all right, me just follow action. You guys do you. Which is basically what I did. Oh man, I didn't hate those films, but I definitely was like, about them, like, ooh, visual, whatever. And then the Mongolian throat singing is just fun to me.
So that was my thing, is like I felt like it was a lot of style over substance. Like there's a lot of cool visual stuff going on. So it bothered me, Meshi, because okay. Backstory: my first WoW guild in Vanilla WoW was named Shai Halud.
Okay.
So I was like, what the fuck is Shai Halud? I didn't find the Dune books or anything. I found a metalcore band, and that introduced me to like the hardcore music scene. And it was this band named after Shai Halud, the worm. So I was really excited about these new Dune movies getting made, because I was like, oh, I'm going to finally get to jump in and like get to see what inspired one of the most impactful bands that I had ever listened to. And it ended up being this kind of meh movie with some cool visual stuff, but yeah.
I don't know. So I don't know what I read about Dune. It may have been like some extended universe stuff or whatever, but like I read basically how like a brief, not a brief, it was quite long, but because Dune is just ridiculous in its length, the books and whatnot. But basically like a synopsis of like the story and like the kid whose name I can't remember, the basically like the journey that he kind of goes on, and like the emperor is like a guy that's eaten so much spice he's literally turned into like a worm man. And like he's already seen the future in which this guy takes over from him. So he's like already seen that. So he's living the, because he can see the future, and I think he can see the past too. I don't remember. But like the idea of this giant worm emperor thing on the screen that he has to like battle or whatever, like I was ready for that. That was my Dune 2. And then it turned out to be fucking Christopher Walken, and it threw me off so bad because I was expecting giant worm thing,
and it was Christopher Walken.
And Christopher Walken was the emperor. Now I don't know if he's a different emperor than the book or whatever, but like he's supposed to be like a giant worm guy that's just been engorging himself on this spice. And like the spice slowly, if you eat enough of it, it like turns you into these things. And like I was just like, huh, all right.
I don't wanna. No.
But I have spice. I don't care.
Okay. Yeah, so you're not interested in this PvP centric MMO.
Oh, I didn't know it was PvP based.
Essentially, yeah, you just gather supplies and then you hit the deep desert trying to like get spice and stuff, and you can just bug ship battle each other and like just apparently people are like really upset, like I'm getting bullied by these groups of guys who just like find me as I'm like trying to get spice, and they just like destroy my stuff and take my spice, and I don't know what to do.
And then they threw me out on the desert, and they stole my wetsuit, and they cleaned me out of liquid, and then my shoes fell off.
Yes. So I guess we're just gonna talk about MMO stuff here and there. About I was just genuinely kind of curious about your thoughts on Dune. I thought you really liked it. I didn't know it was just kind of like this thing you were mildly kind of interested in.
I'm interested in the weirdness of it. Also,
and that's where.
Oh, I didn't know that Dune was that kind of MMO. I thought it was more of like a sandbox game, kind of like Ark, that dinosaur game, where you just have like a world and like you can invite people into your game or whatever, or host a server and you could like join it and you kind of like build bases and whatnot. That's what I thought it was. I didn't know it was a full-blown MMO.
Yeah, it gets cutthroat. It's just like you hit the deep desert and it's like PvP's on, baby. Every man for himself. Get your spice or get out.
And that's what I expect from a Dune universe. It fucking sucks.
It sucks ass.
Yeah. Make sure your blade is slow so it goes through the vibrating shields.
That shit. God damn it. Visually, it hurt my eyes just even looking at the fucking shaky shield bullshit. We're going to watch the David Lynch film, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about Dune more. Because I feel like that man's weird, eccentric visual thing could lend itself cool to, like, the psychedelic, weird, like, vision stuff that, you know, kind of goes on in Dune because of spice and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be down. I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised we haven't watched it yet because David Lynch.
It's one of those things where we watched Blue Velvet together, right?
Yeah.
And I was screaming at the theming of it. And whatnot, because you weren't getting it.
Yeah.
And it fueled me to play Silent Hill 2 again for the first time in like 10 years. Because there's a scene that's based off of Blue Velvet. Where was it going with this? I like dive like into David Lit. Pause.
Pause for
I watch
comment.
David Lynch media and then I like dive into it really hard and then kind of go. Anyways, I'm rambling about David Lynch. I love Twin Peaks. We're gonna watch the Resident Evil 9 Requiem trailer. I don't think I've watched this full thing. Meshi has.
I haven't seen it.
Have you only played Resident Evil with me? Have you played any on your own?
I played 8. I played The Village.
Oh yeah, you've already played The Village. But that's all you've played was just 8?
Yeah.
Interesting. So you played 5, 6, and 8.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let's hop into the trailer.
Sir,
Don't drink the coffee. It's a bioweapon.
Does everyone at the FBI just have coffee mugs?
Coffee time.
Coffee time.
Somebody has my special mug. Out of the way, homo.
Sitting like that good for your back, Meshi?
I don't know. Ask L. He's dead.
Not very good then.
Yeah. I mean, he had a heart attack, for God's sake.
Grace.
I mean, the Mystery Inc. Scooby-Doo gang would have caught Kira.
You're goddamn
Easy.
right, they would have.
oh, coming.
Lock your computer. It's protocol. Or does the FBI care? Can you just leave your computer open?
I think they care. Did you remember to lock your computer? Ah, oh, fuck!
This is about
Fuck! Hits her door, trying to go back through it. Gah!
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
A technical analyst.
Wait, is that... No.
I need your eyes on the crime scene.
This is a new girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Renwood Hotel.
I was about to say, she's supposed to be the president's daughter from 4.
No.
I
This is
know.
not Ashley.
That's
No.
where your mother was murdered.
She is the daughter of a character from Resident Evil Outbreak.
Alyssa died 8 years ago.
Ah, okay.
Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
Oh, that's why you've been talking about Outbreak.
Yes.
What is this? Hey! Help!
Interesting.
Stay close.
Keep it close.
Keep it safe. Keep it safe.
They're coming.
I know now that you're
They
the
are
one that I've
coming.
been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Raccoon
Have you
City.
seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
There it is, Meshi. Raccoon City Police Department.
Stay away from that!
Ooh, shit. You telling me that the zombies can now use plastic bags?
We're cooked. Rec 9 we up.
The idea of a zombie not biting you, but like putting a plastic bag over your head and then holding it closed.
Stay away from that!
Sorry. Whenever I hear an old man going, it really gets me. I'm not trying to, Resident Evil fans, I'm not trying to downplay that, but that shit's really funny. Just let's do it.
Stay away from that!
And then this terribly horrifying thing happens, but just, yeah! I'm dead. Oh, bless. So I'm excited about this. in a big bad way. So this is gonna be your methodical weird guy who's been existing inside of Raccoon City, who's gonna be kidnapping and like doing terrible. Like she's obviously got strung up Meshy.
Yeah.
So, but the notion of a bag suffocating zombie guy is pretty funny. Now I haven't touched 7, 8, and well 9's coming out, so I think it's time that I venture into the new Resident Evil games, as much as I don't want to. But this is interesting, right? So clearly she's got some trauma, and I love the idea that her boss is like, maybe you should get away from that desk and like go face your trauma head on. And he's like Lumberg about it. He's like,
Yeah, it's because every other person we sent is dead, and you're the only one I got left.
So essentially, what's happening here, Meshy, is Raccoon City is this like they just have a perimeter around it, and stuff will just come out of Raccoon City, and they'll take care of it as it comes out.
Makes sense.
So they haven't cleared it out. It's just they're just leaving it there. So people are like going missing, and shit, and just getting yeah. So we're gonna play a reporter lady, I guess, is going in to start trying to figure out what's going on in the remnants of Raccoon City. So it could be fun to like go back to the Raccoon Police Department and like see what's going on. I guess we'll see returning faces, because I mean, I guess Chris was in 7 and 8, but he looked different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited. I think we'll play through those.
Yeah, I always like a new Resident Evil game. See all the weird shit that's going on.
Yeah, I think we'll have to shoot. Are we gonna revisit? I think I want to go back through 1 remake and 2 remake again. Maybe I'll play those also. I don't know how much time I'll have.
You got all the time in the world, baby. Quit your job.
You're not wrong. All right,
They don't need you anyway.
Sure. We're gonna get a last bit of news. Marvel Token Fighters. This was a weird thing that happened. And the reason it's weird, Meshy, is a lot of the Marvel vs. Capcom stuff has been getting re-released finally after all of these years. And it was seeming as though Marvel and Capcom were like on good terms again, and something was gonna come of it. And it's weird that the fighting game is now coming from Arxis, because Sony money. It's quite strange. That's what's throwing everybody for a loop. It was like, things seem to be going in the direction of like, oh, the next Marvel's going to come out, and it's like, it's Marvel without. There's no verses. There's no. Anyways, we're gonna watch this trailer again just because. I really do like the designs of the characters that they've come up with. I mean, Iron Man just looks like a common rider.
Yeah, makes sense.
Captain America has a jacket. It's got a jacket with a collar, Meshy. It's cool.
It's amazing how much a jacket will improve your look.
Look how cool he looks.
Yeah.
I hate Steve Rogers. He looks kind of cool.
For America.
Hot dogs and cholesterol.
Freedom dive.
Spider-Man. Victor!
I like the Doom design.
It's cold with the fur collar.
Yeah.
It's
He's got a nice walk going on.
Yeah. Oh, hot chocolate. Ah, God bless. Okay, so my one hope for this is that we can all play together on the same team.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel as though that's why Strive did the 3v3 thing in the first place, was to practice and work stuff out for this game coming out.
I mean, it would make sense, yeah.
So, red line, so sick. Oh, baby. I love the idea of Marvel characters talking in Japanese. I didn't like seeing wall breaks. I really didn't like seeing that. I blame Ed Boon.
At least they're quick. Like it seemed to be like a really like,
Yeah.
oh, I hit you through a wall. We're on the next thing.
I blame Ed Boon. Okay, Mr. Ed Boon himself said, "Oh, you know what's cool? Stage transitions, in a 2D game."
Yeah.
And I feel as though Arxis looked at Mortal Kombat and Injustice and was like, "This is what they like. Let's put these in our game." Never been a fan of the Strive wall, but
No.
know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like sometimes stage transitions look cool, and then I'm like, it's a lot of downtime.
You know who has some of the best stage transitions, Meshi?
Who's that?
Dead or Alive.
Oh yeah,
You could kick somebody down a flight of stairs and they go, ah, ooh, ee, and then you're back to fighting. Or, you could be Ryu Hayabusa and just Azuna drop somebody through a giant fucking building with like 10 levels of glass and just and like head plant them, and then you're back to fighting again. Dead or Alive has such good stage transitions. So I'm not looking forward to this game in the sense of like, ooh, I can't wait to really put in the time and effort. I just hope this is fun to play with my friends on a team and us just be goofy, calling out assists and stuff.
The it being 4v4 is weird to me.
So that's where they're adding. I feel as though that's a side mode of like 4v4, because we're seeing everything here is just two characters interacting, right? You have an assist character and you have a main character. Never mind, there's three. No, Steve Rogers and him. Who knows?
And then Ghost Rider pops in. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's just going to be solely 4v4. That's really chaotic. But
do you think they like all share a health bar, or do you think they're each going to have an individual health bar? I'm just thinking like rounds being like they either like have, because it's 4 characters, they all have like shortened health bars. So that the round doesn't last forever, or they have just one big health bar.
If it's anything like Strive, they're going to share the health bar, because you have your Marvel games, right, where everyone has a separate life bar, and those games go fast because characters get touched and die, right?
Yeah.
But I feel as though they're going to share like a health bar, because they're like, oh yeah, like we want you to be able to learn a character and only switch out for like bad matchups or whatever. Look at this shit. Do you see how much shit was on screen just now?
That was a lot of shit. That reminded me of the Strive 3v3 though. Just like every character just coming out.
Everybody's doing something, and that's. So I hope it's fun. I was going to ask you. You're kind of a comic-y guy. What Marvel character do you want in this game?
Oh shit. Man. Okay, well, Doom's already in it, so I can't. Ooh, I like the idea of the Juggernaut being in it, but I just like Juggernaut. So,
Jugs is a Marvel 2 staple. He was in there.
Yeah, for hilarity's sake, Dr. X.
Professor X?
Professor X, yeah. I mean, Professor
You want
X.
Charles in the chair?
Charles in the chair. Just, it would be really fucking funny.
Hold on, Meshi. I have a key for you. Where is it? Oh, chat. You essentially want this, is what you're telling me.
Yes, that is exactly what I want.
Who do I want? I really want Richard Rider back.
MODOK.
Get my allies. Get MODOK out of here. No, we can't have MODOK. Didn't something happen with Ant-Man and that villain or something? Didn't he get in trouble for some shit or whatever?
Ooh, I want
MODOK's been in
Red
the movie.
Skull.
You want Red Skull?
Yeah.
That look cool. Yeah, that's a hard look. I did want to point out just the fact that I feel as though I enjoyed the headspace that they're in, at least, because with this first announcement, they have Storm and Doctor Doom. These are prevalent characters in the past versus games that barely made it into Marvel 3. And just the idea that they're front loading and being like, oh, this a Fantastic Four movie is coming out, but the fact that Storm is here is kind of I feel as though it's kind of a big deal, just because, well, X-Men and everything that's been going on with the comic stuff. So that's a cool step forward, I feel, just to put it out there. But yeah, I assume I hope we have fun with this. But I only want to play with you, Meshi. I don't honestly, I don't know how much I would want to do a first to 50 with you in this. Now, if you and me could first to 50 the world, maybe, yeah. We'll sit here till we get 50 games in. Who knows? Maybe it'll be fun.
It beats the shit out of some nerd on the other side of the internet. Somebody else is going to take the licks for once.
Yeah, get him, Meshi. Do that stupid thing that makes me angry all the time. I'm waking up. I'm gonna do it. Oh, bless. Okay. Well, I think that's been a podcast, Meshi. Do you have any final thoughts?
No, I think it went well.
Oh, no, I think we did all right for our first little podcast.
Yeah.
Well, if you're watching on YouTube, my Twitch link's down below. You can watch me stream. Sometimes Meshi's there. Meshi, I had fun talking with you.
Yeah, I had fun talking with you. It's nice to just talk and not be yelled at.
You have to pay for that content with a subscription at twitch.tv/B_SKUM.
Help.
All right, everybody. Until next time, goodbye.